Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond.
Takes a shot! Oh, crossbar! Oh, that is asking for trouble. Has to go back here. And the finish! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Oh, chance for a shot! That's another chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Barcelona
would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
And he's had it nicked away. Oh, what a mistake! Can he get on the end of this? Not where it came from. Real chance! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That's a shade optimistic. Oh, that's well spotted. Olise. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run.
Chance! And he hits the net! And they're threatening to fly away here. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed player.
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Santos do have the look of a team with genuine ambition. Already on the cusp of promotion, they are looking to make a statement here. We are more than ready. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. Santos must not lose. The potential ramifications. Big chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
And we have our very first corner. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And it's Henderson. Santos have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that's a key interception. And that has been cleared. Chiellini clears. That pass has been well intercepted. Chance to deliver. And he's taking no chances there. Well, terms like genius and legend are often used, overused in football, but there is very little doubt that they do apply to this fella, the great Ronaldinho.
One of the best there's ever been, Peter, and always with a smile.
He was born with a football at his feet. It's their second corner of the game. Santos are looking to go forward now. It's a pretty loose pass. Tries to pass it through. Adriano. And the keeper beats it away. Oh, important interception. Olise. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Lampard. And this is Batistuta. And Batistuta! That has ended up in no man's land. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Lampard. Driving, great chance! Santos, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And he cuts out the supply. Knocks it into space. And he's heaved it away. That's really well cleared. Taken back almost at once. Ronaldinho tries to play it through. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Aimed beyond the defence. A lot of... And the shot! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
And he gets rid in a hurry. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that's a fine interception. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Adriano really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And it's Lampard. And this is Batistuta. And he's quick to get rid. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Boca Juniors have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Nicely weighted ball. Ronaldinho wants to run onto this. Gets a good foot in there. Rijkaard tries to clear. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Olise. And here's Osimhen.
That was lovely, that.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Ribery. And this is Owen. Played out to the left flank. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, good spread. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Ronaldinho. And for the first half, that is that. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time.
Muchas gracias.
So off we go again.
Santos really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Chiellini is there to clear. And he's only too happy to take that back. Olise picks it up out wide. That is lovely. Well, that defending is unapologetic. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Big moments in a big game. He is off. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Well-timed, excellent interception. Can he get on the end? Takes a shot! And he's done it!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So we have the first goal.
This is the perfect example of how to play.
Impressive jump! Alexander-Arnold is there, and he can get that clear. He's had it taken off him. Now by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Not the most accurate pass.
He'll be disappointed with that.
Owen is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quite...
Batistuta! And he hits the net! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. You don't keep those out. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Boca Juniors are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when...
Can he finish? Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Henderson gets across to intercept that. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oblak sends that a long way. Oh, that's delightful. And they win it back again. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And it's made its way to him. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Saliba is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning. And the finish! Relentless! Just relentless! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. A case now of complete control.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Cambio en Boca Juniors.
Corner number 4 coming up here.
Lo reemplazará número 45. Morlan se va a realizar un cambio.
And he's managed to get rid. Back it goes. Oh, he's having a go! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
They're up to 5 corners now. Jordan Henderson. And now they can spring out of defence. And no, that was never going to make it. Serginho.
Boca Juniors couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Santos, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Alexander-Arnold promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, just a keeper now! Chance! And it's in! They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And he's let fly. Comfortable claim for the keeper.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
Great vision. And he welcomes it in. Adriano. Shot a goal! The corner count is rising. That's 6. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Santos are looking to go forward now. Foden pinches it off him. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Zanetti clears without hesitation. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Oh, well played.
Se van a jugar 6 minutos de compensación.
He is through here. Well, that looks a decent ball. In towards the back stick. Palmer gets it away. And they're back on the ball again. Elise. That's really well manoeuvred. Great defending, strong and determined. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, I think the referee has done well here. He's pulled him to one side, he's told him what's what, and hopefully he'll behave himself from now on.
Alexander-Arnold getting this one clear. Threads one in. That is a great pick out. Chance for a shot! And that is as much as we have time for. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile. Everything very much to play for. Simpler or sweeter than that one. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running. Santos need all the support they can get here. To say this is crucial would be to understate massively. Pass somewhat off target. Serginho. It's a promising position. Neither of the... Doué! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
No, it's come to nothing. And he's heaved it away. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Deftly away.
Well, Peter, there's a player on this pitch who's hard not to like. The smiling assassin, Ronaldinho. He always looks like he's having a good time, and it's most...
Beauty! Ah, good steal, he just read it. Ronaldinho. Oh, he's found support out wide. He is through here!
Oh, great feat, that.
Great defending, strong and determined. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Each side mirroring the other in terms of chances created here. One each for now. Doué's cross. And the keeper gets his hands on it. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Neymar. Doué. Nice interception, well timed. And it's been hooked away. Xavi Alonso. Can he get on the end of this? Out of play for a throw. Looking to play him in. So we're still where we started right now. And he's picked it up out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Ball is over the line. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. It's a pretty loose pass. Oblak. And here's Doué. That is good strength. Doué going face-to-face with his great rival. Milan are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Panucci. Well, that looks a good ball through. Well, that's been cut out, well played.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Threads one in. Pedri cuts out the pass. Out towards the flank.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Across it goes. Neymar. Ronaldinho. Cross flush. There's the header!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ronaldinho can see things others simply cannot. And he knocks it clear. Doué finds himself unceremoniously floored. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Oh, he's been caught napping, and he's managed to get free. No way through, so back it comes. Plays it across. Oh, great leap! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. And it's Doué. Neymar. Gattuso clears without hesitation. Milan are looking to break at pace. Pedri. And it's half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So neither side yet off the mark.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Santos are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that is out of play. It's going to be another throw. Alexander-Arnold. Can he latch on to this? Baron. Referee's given a throw. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Gattuso. He's picked his way through. It's Totti! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Milan with the corner, they're first. They've played it short. Totti with the cross. Cleared away. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Now, can they get him away? Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. That's a lovely, neat pass. Alexander-Arnold gets over and intercepts.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Panucci, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Neymar has been caught there, it's a foul.
Attenzione, un cambio.
That has not gone well. And it's lofted through here.
Milan are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Nicely weighted ball. Looking for options for movement. Pass is just off target.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Olise, well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Hazard will not want to lose out here. Goes for a shot! And there's his goal! His joy, his goal! He steals the moment.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Santos penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, Peter, this now poses...
Big chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Totti. And it's Neymar. Hazard just eases him off the ball. Now it's Cruyff. Some resolute defending there. Oblak punts it upfield. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Ronaldinho. Serginho. There's the delivery. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
No joy this time. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Oh, shooting chance! He's got away with one there.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
And he's there to clear it. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Xabi Alonso receives it in a wide position.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Santos will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after his Harrier hit! And the difference is still one, but only just.
Oh, what a chance. It looked to me like he just changed his mind at the last second there.
Played out to the left flank, and it's Neymar. Hazard providing an outlet on that flank.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Finish. They have stolen level at the last. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. The Urbano Caldera, it really is a wonderful place to be, a ground graced by some of the greatest in Brazilian football, heroes and legends. And that gets things running.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner down there, Peter, we can't ignore Gabriel Batistuta, or Batigol, as he's become known.
Nobody would ignore him.
He has all the attributes, Peter, and the list is too long for me to mention them now. I'll settle on lethal.
Now that's well seen too. Great vision. That's a nicely shaped ball. Deftly away. Danielson will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Mateus driving forwards. Batistuta's cross. Alexander-Arnold gets it away. Costa Curta. Olise absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Serginho's cross. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. A few interesting forays forward, but so far they haven't amounted to much. Danielson, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Alexander-Arnold sends it crossfield. Doué finding himself in space. No, that's too long. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Ronaldinho can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Kane. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Olise. Oh, easy pickings there. Ronaldinho has it in a wide position. And it's Pedri. Kane. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Colorado Springs are looking to break at pace.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Back in possession and ready to go again. Pedri. That is ended up in no man's land. Can he spark a counter here? Driving forward, and Rashford! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Colorado Springs really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Kane, spread to the right. Olise providing an outlet on that flank.
Well played and well cleared.
Could move up a gear here. Belletti. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Ronaldinho. And here's Olise. 15 minutes till half-time.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Can he finish? He's delivered all right! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Colorado Springs are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Neymar's Doué! Oh Oh, not the best of headers.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for options for movement. Some good work on the right flank here. And he thumps it clear. Kane, he steps in, and that's the end of that. Now it's Kane. And he was quick to react. Knocks it into space. Now it's Doué. Oh, cracking ball. Rashford. That's gone loose. Denilson. And here's Kane. Ronaldinho. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ronaldinho showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. It's a threatening ball. Goes for a shot! It's a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
And that is indeed the final act.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So let's get the ball rolling.
But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Looking to play him in. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Doué in acres of space out wide.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And no surprise, that's a booking. Saliba wins the duel this time. Now it's Kane. That's going wide left. Doué's cross. That's a decent clearance. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And the counter is on.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Danielson. That's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, he's asking for trouble, Peter, and with this urge to nibble away, I think the ref is spelling it out for him now.
Costa Curta, risk. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. No hesitation, he's straight into his pocket. It's a second yellow card, and he walks. The player's protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Santos are down to 10 men.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
9.420 espectadores.
Santos can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Danielson. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That pass isn't the best. Good running, strong and purposeful. Mateus powering forward here. Takes a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Substituição no time do Santos.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Mateus moves short.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Santos are looking to go forward now. And he's running through. Mateus is delivered. And one more try! Euphoria, utopia! And they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. That was a given. It always was.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Colorado springs. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Substituição no time do Santos.
So, another set play.
Vai ser substituído pelo jogador.
And he gets rid in a hurry. And this is Messi. Mbappe. Chance! This time, surely! Goal! And they are right back within touch! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
He's been bundled over. That is a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, they are now a 9-man team.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think
that's another chance. Oh, good finish. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
Colorado Springs, palpably stronger, better, superior. Half an hour gone in the second half.
This is the time you need that pace.
Rashford is wide and looking to get onto this. Palmer. Now it's Hazard. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Nilsson. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Substituição em andamento.
Bastoni. Costa Curta. Nicely weighted ball. And he's had it nicked away. Palmer. Probing pass. That has been cut short. Mateus. And it's Neymar. Kvaratskhelia gets into a good position. And the shot! It's a goal! Just cruising! They are cruising! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. He's not got that quite right. Ambitious ball here. Oh, played through for the wide man. Serginho calmly anticipates. Oblak with the clearance. He's a sharp little ball here. He's had a shot! Cleared without hesitation. Palmer. Neymar running with the ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Neymar. Oh, outsmarting him this time. Pass somewhat off target. Rashford. Now it's Neymar. Well, that looks a decent ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that's it. Santos have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it is far from being the biggest in Brazil, this stadium. The capacity, barely 16,000 or so, but there is really nothing quite like the noise and the highly charged air that these demanding Santos folk can generate. And that gets things running. Well, here's a man who stunned everyone in that famous summer of 2002. He had a hand in his country's most famous...
Can he finish? Goal! Santos! And that's got him off to a flyer!
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Al Hilal
Gets his head on it!
caught offside that time. But it goes. Muscular approach does pay off here. Nicely shaped ball. Great ball if he can get there. He has a look up. Foot in. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And he cuts out the supply. Vitinha! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
That is good alertness. Now it's Owen. Serginho cuts it out. He's quick to return it.
Oh, shooting chance!
And will be quick to recover this. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Serginho. Rodri cuts out the pass.
Shapes to shoot! It's in!
And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Santos are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And that's a throw-in. It's a pretty loose pass. This is Owen. Not the most accurate pass. Juve. Played into space.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Pass somewhat off target. Vardiol finding himself in space.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries...
And a chance! And it's in! Back to within one! Interesting! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Played in with purpose. That is a brilliant interception. Zaire Emery promptly onto that, and that is that. Ambitious ball here. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Oh, good-looking ball. Can he get on the end of this? No, that's been intercepted. Knocks it into space. Forced to go back. There's the shot! Oh, off the bar! Hakimi carries the ball down the right. Batistuta. Someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Pedri. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now that looks a decent ball. Well read, nice interception. So, a temporary halt to the action. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Santos are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And so the action is resumed. That has not gone well. It's played through for him. And Batistuta! Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Al Hilal with a chance to get level. He can't put it away.
I never really looked comfortable over that. I had a feeling this might happen.
Hakimi.
Oh, great feat, that.
He's shifting through the gears here. Serves up across. Raya claims it. Safe hands.
Santos clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Well, that's well seen too. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Al Hilal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, it's come off the upright. And no mistake. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Batistuta duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here. He's having a shot! Goal! Al Hilal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Pass is just off target. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Batistuta. He's in a great position here. Duke unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Kane is herring after that one, and he's been shifted off it. Couldn't squeeze it through. Probing pass. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Mbappe in acres of space out wide. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Substituição no time do Santos.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
And no, that was never going to make it.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Wasn't easy on the... Takes a shot! And the ball's come loose here. And he's heaved it away. Santos will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Cannavaro robs him of possession. He's not got that quite right. Threads one in. Well, played right into his path. It's a throw-in.
Substituição no time do Santos. Camisa 21.
Oh, good steal. He just read it.
Para a
The pass is
entrada do
intercepted.
jogador, Camisa 19.
Duke.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Ball's gone out of play. Cleared without hesitation. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Al Hilal nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle. Well, it was a really good thing he was on standby.
Al Hilal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Santos are looking to go forward now.
4 minutos de acréscimo.
That is ended up in no man's land. And it's 2-A. Well-timed, excellent interception. Plays a sharp little ball here. All perfectly measured that. Batistuta! Batistuta! And I think we're done! Yes, we are done! Santos did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, this fella, Maignan, we all remember.
Dani Olmo! It's hit the crossbar! And he couldn't finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Now it's Owen. It's a searching pass. That's a decent clearance. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Di Lorenzo calmly anticipates. And it's Count. That's a throw. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Spread out to the left. Owen. He is through here. Oh, well played, well played. Serginho. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Now, can they get him away? Chiellini cuts it out. He's picked his way through. And that was very necessary. Mbappe. Now it's Owen. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's going wide left. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. First quarter of an hour gone. Count. And he's managed to get free. Long ball upfield. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Nicely weighted ball.
There they go, hunting again.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Dani Olmo gets his head on it! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Totti brilliantly anticipated the delivery, and he'll be annoyed it didn't lead to more.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That'll be a throw-in. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Totti. And this is Lewandowski. It's Lewandowski! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that. How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Spread neatly. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh, that is a smashing piece of defending from him. Santos, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. He's got away. And he can thump it away. Looking for options for movement. Delivery from Mbappe. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Santos with the corner, there first. And now they can spring out of defence. Searching pass he's played there. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. Knocks it into space. That's going to go a long way. And it's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho's delivery. And again!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Now that's well seen too. That has been cut short. Dani Olmo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pass is just off target. That's destined for the flank. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Chiellini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he's taking no chances there. And the volley. Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
That's put paid to the danger. Looking to play him in. So a temporary halt to the action. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
Santos really can be happy with the strong finish to the half and have no reason to be upset with their overall performance. I think they just need to keep going now. Stick at it and eventually they'll get a break.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
And this is Ronaldinho. And he's there to get it away. But they've got it again. Threads one in. Now here's the delivery. Saliba gets it away. Now then, the ball's come loose. A quick look, thought about cutting inside.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And that could well leave a mark. Well read, nice interception. Now it's Lewandowski.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
It's a goal kick. Koundé picks it up from the goal kick. McAllister. Space for him to turn and look. Hangs in across. Oblak deals with that nice and simple. Tries to play it through. That's the throw. And that's definitely not his best. He's a sharp little ball here. Decent chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
This their second corner of the game. He leaps for it! But he's left disappointed. Stood up well to him there. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Tries to pass it through. That looks a good ball through. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made. Well, he ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And the referee's come over. It's a red card. Santos are down to 10 men. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
And we're underway.
Alessandro Costacurta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
There could be trouble here,
But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Pretty robust defending.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Saliba produces the perfect tackle there, and that is a little undercooked. Pedri. Doué providing an outlet on that flank. That is lovely, and he's managed to get free. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Throw in. No, that was never going to make it. Hazard. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And a chance! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Doué can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Santos with the corner, there first. Al Nassr are looking to go forward now. Raul making good progress on the right-hand side. Vardiol. Oh, no joy this time. This is Owen. That's destined for the flank. And it's Hazard.
Whatever happens, That's the kind of movement which raises hope.
There's the header! He's scored! Al Nassr take the lead.
It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Tries to pass it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? A lot of space ahead of him. And the shot! And he couldn't finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
No, that's been intercepted. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Knocks it out wide. He's got away. In by Vinicius Junior. Ambitious ball here. Doué. So what can they make of this? Oh, that's a vigorous challenge.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Not the most accurate pass. Nicely weighted ball. Cross needs to be good. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And he cuts out the supply. Mbappe.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Van Dijk. Costa Curta. Played out wide. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And he's heaved it away. Now it's Owen. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Raul. Neymar. Now it's Owen. And he's intervened well there. Alexander-Arnold. And that's another good win of the ball. Vinicius Junior. Ronaldinho. Totti. Looking for the run. Saliba makes the interception.
There will
That's
be one
really
minute
well
added
manoeuvred.
time.
He won't be happy with that one. Good ball over the top. And that signals the end of the first period. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Santos currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Just a quick announcement, it is now time for our special lottery. Please grab the tickets you were given when you were walking through the gates.
Substitutions taking place.
So we're underway for the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And he's been shifted off it. Santos come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well,
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. The player's body language here is a bit grim, it is not looking great at all.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter, now to get good contact on it.
Cleared without hesitation. They've played it short. Van Dijk. And it's Belletti. Hazard. Santos have the chance to go the other way. No, again there's no way through. And here's Vinicius Junior. Hazard. Mbappe. Saliba can get it clear. Corner number 2 then.
Oh, great leap!
He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Cristiano Ronaldo!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Kane to threatening. Can he finish? Oh, what has happened here? This time, surely. That's another chance. And he hits the net. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
The attendance for this match was
And he's only too grateful to
52,820.
capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Substitution in progress.
Santos have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Al Nassr are very well equipped down the flanks. It is a tried and tested formula.
Well, Peter, that can cause real problems if they're allowed to...
Oh, no question, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Aimed beyond the defence. Ronaldinho in acres of space. Header! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Santos have their second corner now. Kane! He will be livid with himself. Camavinga picks it up from the goal kick. It's a good ball out wide. Olise picks it up out wide. And that is well cleared. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
Substitution on the field. Number
3 coming up.
Vinicius Junior. Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 9, Mbappe. Number 13, Hazard. Number 22, Raul. Coming on the field, number 14, Neymar.
He's cut it out. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Messi, number 27.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Serginho, number 3.
Showing good feet.
Maradona.
Knocks it into space. Look at... He's having a shot! Goal! Santos! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Santos leading now.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
It's a promising position. It's gone out for a throw-in. Cross goes in there.
Santos surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Kane. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, shooting chance! And again! And that really should have been that.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the 2-goal cushion.
Havertz. Played into space. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he was quick to react. Couldn't squeeze it through. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Santos really wanted that 2-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Can he spark a counter here? Can he get onto this? He is just caressing the ball. And that's aimed into the middle. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Ronaldinho can see things others simply cannot. He's a sharp little ball here. Olise. And he welcomes it in. It's Neymar! And there's a goal! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! The purest possible contact, what a fabulous strike.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate.
Goes for a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And yes, it's him again. Santos, and there goes the final whistle. They are pumped, boy they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will, and this place is bouncing. Kane claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
We would like to ask you all to kindly stay
So
seated.
what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Thank you
Well,
for
the
your
look on the
cooperation.
manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it is far from being the biggest in Brazil, this stadium. The capacity barely 16,000 or so, but there is really nothing quite like the noise and the highly charged air that these demanding Santos folk can generate. Well, we're underway. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's a simple one for the keeper. He's gone forward. Nicely shaped ball. Chips it through. Dani Olmo. It's really well cleared. Ball is over the line. Vardiol simply refused to be outdone there. No way through. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now, what about a counter-attack? This is Owen. Bernardo Silva gets it clear. Vardiol picks it up out wide. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Now this could be a chance. Always onto this.
And Batistuta!
And needless to say, that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
That is good alertness. Now it's Owen. Now, can they get him away? Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows that.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. He's gone for goal! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Santos are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He's shifting through the gears here. Ronaldinho with the clearance. Pedri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Doué. Owen. Khan claims comfortably. Mbappe. Santos claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. It's their second corner of the game. Cleared without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. That's been slipped through. And this is Ronaldo. He's found a way through. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
29 minutos do primeiro tempo pelo jogador camisa 7.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Dani Olmo providing an outlet on that flank.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Hazard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Roberto Carlos plays it short. Santos are looking to go forward now. Neymar running at top gear. Doué, they're urging him to shoot. It's a goal kick. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. But shoots! It's a goal!
And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Santos restore parity.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
This is Owen.
Oh, really well played.
Caceres. And here's Doué. Neymar. Dani Olmo can see things others simply cannot. Caceres. Adams. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Doué. He's on it. Can he get away? He is through here.
Decent chance!
Has fallen kindly here.
Goal! Santos! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
Santos leading now.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Well, that looks a decent ball.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Goes for a shot! Fantastic from Michael Owen! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
It's played through for him. Doué has the space to scheme. Great, there's the shot! Yes! And they're threatening to fly away here. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Owen demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So, a temporary halt to the action.
I just think it's been a great performance, and they totally deserve to have this lead at half-time. I mean, just about anything they tried seemed to come off. It's incredible stuff.
It's hard to believe we're only at half-time. The lead is 3, but for how long? It's anyone's guess. Gets us going once more. Cristiano Ronaldo, and here's Hazard. Ronaldinho cuts out the pass. He's a sharp little ball here. He's picked a chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, that's well spotted. And it is reclaimed easily. Ronaldinho. That's an excellent interception. Santos have a free kick. Owen does really well to win the ball there. Doué has it out wide and instead... Doué! Great vision. Little doubt, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Substituição no time do Santos.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Camisa 7, camisa 6.
Adams. Oh, what a mistake! Tries to pass it through. Defending of the desperate variety.
Camisa 18.
Corner number 3 coming up. Camavinga! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Quality ball. Milan have the... Whistle's gone, that's a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Oh, that's fabulous. Now the cross. That has been knocked away. Takes a shot! And he's heaved it away.
Na partida de hoje, 8.904
Looking for options for movement. He can run onto that. Now it's Olise.
And the shot! And it's in! This day becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Senhoras e senhores, vejam no telão as informações sobre como se localizar dentro do estádio.
Bye.